Today on Basics Instinct.
Lend me your ears.
Hit me in the ear.
Eerie. Really eerie.
Hello everyone, this is Sketchman John, and yes, today we'll be looking at the basics of drawing a human ear. Before anything else though, I'd like to start by apologizing for the shoddy audio on this episode. I do not have my microphone with me right now, so I'm working with what I've got, which isn't much. Hopefully this will be an isolated case. Moving on, the human ear can be a bit intimidating at first when you sit down to draw it. I remember that's how I felt many moons ago. So I hope today's video it'll make it at least a little bit easier for you. If you do find today's tutorial useful, please subscribe to the channel and smash the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. The way I usually start everything off is by first drawing the sort of general outside shape of the ear, along with there's like a little nubbin everybody has here on this side of the ear. Next, I draw a little line that sort of diverges away from the main outline here. So it starts pretty close and then it kind of moves further away, and then when I'm at around the starting point of the first outline, I sort of curve it inward like this. Okay. Then there's a thing everybody has in the sort of jutting out of the ear. It sort of comes out, the way I draw it is I draw like a small line that's sort of coming off the side of this line here, and then it kind of curves outward, and it almost continues this line that it comes out of. So it starts by coming out horizontally, perpendicular from this line here, and then it just kind of curves out and goes and continues the line a bit like that. Okay, and so this is one side of that part of the ear that kind of sticks out from the inside, and then the other one kind of runs again, comes out of the same line. It goes around like this. And now we're going to connect this line with the little nubbin by connecting these 2 points. Okay, so the way that we do it is like we create like a kind of little hill here like this. It's almost like a secondary nubbin thing, I guess. I don't know what else to call it, honestly. And then now we're almost done. We only have 2 other lines to draw here. Okay, the first one is this from the other side of this main middle nubbin here. We're going to go in and sort of run parallel to the other line that's kind of going inside the ear. So it's going to be like drawn like this. And then finally, at the top of this part that kind of comes out of the ear, we are going to draw like a little curvy line like that. And then once all this is done, the only sort of main thing left to do to make it sort of look like a real human ear is to add in the shading, because the way that the ear is structured, pretty much regardless of the light source, you're going to have shadows pretty much around the same spots. So one is sort of the ear cavity here that's kind of going behind the main middle nubbin here. The other one is sort of up on top of this arch here, and then this, of course, this part is also inside shadows, this part as well. And then depending on, your subject or the kind of ear that you have in mind, you can go ahead and kind of add some extra detail here if you want. And then same thing here. You can add like a little outside outline to your middle nubbin, and that's it. This is pretty much how I would draw a realistic human ear, but I very seldom do this. First of all, because it's kind of a pain in the ass, and secondly, whatever I'm drawing rarely would warrant it. So, and on top of it, it doesn't even really fit my usually cartoonier art style. So the way that I go about drawing an ear on one of my characters is I essentially just go by what I think to be the essential lines to convey the idea of an ear. So the key lines in this scenario for me are obviously, oops, I think I'm on the same layer. Let's go on top. So here we go. So there's this line, the outline. There's this nubbin, and yes, I have been calling it a nubbin this whole time. I'm really kind of, I couldn't be bothered to look up the names, the actual names of all this stuff, the anatomy of an ear and all that. So we go with the nubbin. There's the inside line here, and I will go either with this line or the one more on the inside to represent that structure. So what that translates into is the following. Let's change color. Come on. So outline. Good. Then what I'm going to do is combine this line with this line. Therefore, I kind of bypass this whole entire thing. So here's one line, and here's the other. Okay, and then as I mentioned, I go with either this line or this one. It doesn't really matter. So let's go with the first one here. So here, no, I don't like this. There we go. So I go either with this or this. It really depends on my mood, I guess, or what I think looks good on a particular character. And that is it, folks. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any future tutorials. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.